What's going on, guys? Tony here from LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com. Can you give me some quick feedback on the audio and video? I'm on a new desktop here, and I got the mic set up, and this is the first time streaming from this setup here. And just curious to see if this is working okay. And I got like I should have moved this a little bit over, but it's okay. Give me some quick feedback in the comments, guys. Just type in that you guys can see me and hear me. It's Tony here from LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com. We're going to be doing 20 to 30 minutes of auto body Q&A. So bring your auto body and paint questions. I'm going to help you out, help you get to the next level. And if you guys are looking for free training on auto body, I got a free auto body guide that I want to give you to download. Just tell me where to send it. Just check the links down below if you're watching the replay. Or visit this page right now. I'm going to send you the link where you could just put your name and email. I can email you the free auto body guide and training videos. So I just put that in the chat, guys. Let me know if you guys can see that. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. I've been a little busy the past couple of weeks, but I'm back and we're doing auto body Q&A. I know it's, turning into, the winter season, and it's probably getting a little cold over there in the States. I don't know. I'm not there at the moment. I'm in Hawaii, and the water, the water is beautiful. The weather is beautiful here. So type in your questions, guys. And also, can you guys just type in the chat if you're a first timer? Type in newbie first time if you're first time on the show, or if you're a Learn Auto Body VIP member, type in VIP member, and just type in the chat where you guys are tuning in from. And I'm going to go ahead and post that link again to the free auto body training. If you're watching the replay, click over here on the cards or down below to get the free auto body training. All right. So let's get started. Any auto body and paint Q&A questions, let me know and we could talk about it. All right. I'm only here. If there's no, not many questions, I'm going to leave early. But if there's questions, I will hang around. So we got Greg here from South California in the house. Looks like you can hear and see me. Awesome. Anybody else having audio or video issues, let me know. But hopefully we're good. You guys can type in the chat. Let me know what type of projects you guys got, what you're working on, and we can help you out. So Kevin Williams says, newbie, what kind of projects are you guys working on? Anything special you guys working on? Greenville, South Carolina as well. Oh, we got Southern California and then South Carolina. Awesome, awesome. Let me know what kind of projects you're working on. If you're stuck on the paint process, the bodywork process, the shaping process, what kind of sandpapers you guys need, paint calculations, material calculations, whatever you got. 84 Chevy Capri. Those are cool cars. Again, I'm going to post a link here to the free training at LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com. Just put your name and email in. We'll send you the free guide. Other than that, Cletus says, what's up, Tony? VIP Delaware. It's getting cold here, around 60s. You think medium reducer will allow metallics to lay out nice still? I'm used to slow. Yeah. If you're painting in 60-degree weather, you have time. Medium is going to be perfectly fine for you, especially with Basecoat. All right. Clearcoat, you could still go with slow, or you could even go with medium because it's chillier out. It's not going to dry and set up as fast. So you're good, man. Arkansas, I've been having trouble with guns for flake, always plugging up. I'm doing small parts for highlight. So let me ask you a question, Scott. What tip size are you blowing out? What are you using? 1.2, 3, 4, 1.8, 2.0? What size flake are you using? And also, I don't have a spray gun in here. I should bring a spray gun to keep in here. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I got a spray gun. But I don't have... All right, so this is a spray gun that I kind of have as a demo here. This is the Atom X88 Infinity. Make sure that you have your neck filter out. Sometimes people forget that they have a filter in here, you know, in between the cup and your neck filter here, and that plugs it up. So make sure this is out. Okay, 1.8. You're using a 1.8 tip. So yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be having any issues with a 1.8. It should be blowing out okay. I'm thinking maybe it's a filter issue. Maybe you're using a cup system with a filter in it. Make sure you could just cut that out. You don't want to run a filter when you're spraying flake. Okay, unless you're using like a micro sequence flake, it'll just go right through. But anytime I'm spraying flake, I like to take out my filters. So hopefully that helps. What's best to restore my car for long-term paint job? I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Like, are you talking about primers and epoxies, like starting from scratch, or what kind of paint you want to use, like Basecoat, Clearcoat, single stage? I'm not sure exactly what you mean with that question there. Small flake, cool, thanks. Working on my, or is this question here? Working on my fiberglass Duly fender Clearcoat problem. What grit should I use to clean up the Clearcoat before respraying Clearcoat? So if you're just going to be respraying Clearcoat, if your base coat looks good, if everything looks good, but your Clearcoat got a couple of runs or it just didn't come out well, make sure you sand it down with 800 grit. Okay, make sure not to cut through to the base coat. Scuff it up, sand it with 800 grit, try to take the most, you know, of the imperfections out, and then you can just flow coat on top of that, 2 coats of Clearcoat, and you should be golden. All right. Clearcoat will cover and fill 800 grit sand scratches on Clearcoat. Okay, so if you're respraying, you could go over 800. Okay, some people like to go 1,000. I feel like it's a little too fine, and you might have some flaking issues in the future. But with 800, you're not going to have any flaking issues. Is this helping? Give me some quick feedback in the chat. Let me know if this is helping you. No filter. So yeah, I'm not sure, like, what type of gun are you running? Is this one, like, how come I can't show some comments? What kind of gun are you running, Scott? Is it best to go bare metal or primer backup? Okay. So it all depends on your paint condition. So, you know, I'm not sure if that's a original color, original paint job you have on that thing. But if you have a lot of fading, that's through the clear coat, through the base coat, you got some metal showing, you know, and you got surface rust and things like that. You don't always have to go to metal, you know, unless you're working on a real old car, 1960s, 50s, 40s. That's when I would really go down to metal. You could with your car, if you really want to start from scratch, you know, you could go metal, do an epoxy primer, and then a 2K filler primer on top of that, then cut that flat. And you could put base coat, clear coat on top of that, or you could put a single stage on top of that. Or if you want to go the extra mile, you could put a sealer on it first, then do your paint on top of that. So it's all between, you know, it's personal preference between your budget and how much time you want to put into it, how much money you want to put into it, how much time you want to put into it. If it's all like unlimited and you want to do the best job, then yeah, go down to metal, epoxy prime it, 2K filler prime it, cut that down, take all the imperfections off, do your glaze putty work, your body work, whatever you got to do, get that flat, right? And then you seal it and paint it. But 2K filler primer is a good foundation to put any type of paint right on top of that. Okay, any type of 2K filler primer. All right, so that could be a finishing foundation to where you put your single stage on it or your base coat, clear coat. Does that help? Let me know. Kevin Smith says he clear coats over 400. To me, that's too. I don't go over that. 400 grit for me is to do new paint jobs. So I get all my primer work done, my everything done 400 grit, And I do my base coat, clear coat on top of that. And then for flow coating, I do 800 grit. So 400 just seems too coarse for me. And I've never really heard of guys using 400. So if that's, you know, if you're going 400, be careful you don't cut through, because that's going to cut through a lot quicker than 8. So yeah. What is your approach on taking dirt nibs off, brother? So you could just use a little, they got like mini blocks that you can use. There's little tools, that little, you know, sanding tools that you can use, put out, you know, 1500 grit, 1200 grit, go over it. And then you want to take it down to like a 2000 grit and buff it out. Okay. Sometimes you can just get like a razor blade and scrape it, but you're still going to have to sand it. Okay. And you can buff over 1500 grit to 2500 grit. I like to get my clear coat down for any type of runs, nibs, little dirt flakes or bugs. I like to start with 1200. You know, you could cheat with a DA, orbital sander, 1200 grit, get it down, get all the orange peel, the paint texture off. Then I like to finish it by hand with 2000 grit and get it nice and smooth, and then buff it out. And that's pretty much the way I do things. Guys, if you're totally new here, I'm going to welcome you to a page where you can grab some free Autobody training at learnautobodyandpaint.com. At the top of the page, just put your name and email in, and I'll send you the free guide as well as some video trainings at the link. Just check out the link over here. Also, I'm giving away a few more Gun Bud Ultra lighting systems for free. They sell on Amazon every day for about $60, Amazon and eBay. I have a few of these that I'm going to give away for free. Just help me with shipping and handling. So if you want to learn more about that, it's basically a lighting system that snaps onto your spray gun. And I have a few more. I got about 40 of them to give away. So the offer is over here in the link. And if you're watching the replay, I think that's the page. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the page. Let me just double check, guys. Yeah, this is the page. Here, take this link instead. I want to make sure I'm giving the correct link. So, guys, check the link in the replay here or down below in the card over here, where you can get a free Gun Bud Ultra lighting system. It sells on eBay, Amazon for $60. I don't have one to show you. I got to get a demo over here so I can show it to you. But if you look at the page there, you can kind of see what it does. It literally lights up as you're spraying. And I've tested this thing. I sprayed in a complete black garage and got phenomenal results. So basically the offer is test out my Learn Autobody VIP program for $1, and then I'm going to send you this thing. Just help me with shipping and handling. You're going to love it. Like, we got hundreds of people that love this offer. So check it out. And just let me know, guys, if that link is working. Click this link here. Let me know if that link is working. Anyway, let's see. Barry says, what's up, Tony? What's going on, man? Are you using waterborne? Not much. What's the best brand paint to paint with, PPG or DuPont? Either or, they're both good brands. And I've painted with both for years. But more recently, I've been using PPG. And you can use a Shopline version of that, which is a cheaper version. Barry Ladd says, what's up? What's going on, man? Doug Fox, sanding base coat due to orange peel. What grit is good before applying pearl? Well, you're not supposed to get orange peel in base coat. I'm not sure why. Hopefully you might need to make sure you check your mixing ratios. But if you're sanding base coat, you're gonna want to reshoot base coat on top of that. Okay, and then if you're applying pearl, it means you're doing a tri-stage. I'm thinking you got your base coat, your pearl mid coat, and then your clear coat, right? So you're not supposed to sand your base coat and then put a pearl on top of that. You're not supposed to do that, but you can. Okay, it's not recommended. Let me know how it comes out, because I've never sanded base coat and then put a mid coat on it. Usually, normally you're going to be spraying your base coat, have it flow out nice. You're going to mix up your mid coat, which I'm assuming you're doing a tri-stage. You're going to spray that, let that flash. Then you're going to put your clear coat on top of that. So if I were you, I would sand that orange peel. I don't know how bad it is because, base coats do have a light texture to it. Not sometimes you're going to get a light orange peel, but when you clear coat it, it normally takes care of it and flows it out. If you put too heavy coats of clear coat, it actually disappears. But I don't know. I can't see what you're working on. I don't know how bad it is. So, maybe you might want to get it flat, maybe add a little bit more reducer to your base coat so you can get a better flow out. Make sure that lays on. Make sure that, lays on flat, and then you put your clear coat on top of that. What's a good spray gun? Mid spray gun. Honestly, I would definitely look into the X27. Check out Zula.com and check out the X27 or the X88. And when you get any of those Atomex spray guns, you can get a free Gun Bud Ultra lighting system. So I'm going to go ahead and post a link over here. These are all the guns. These are the guns that I spray with personally at my shop, and we do all of our projects. The X27 is a great spray gun for only, what are they at now? $350. And you get the $60 light system included. If you're using a smaller air compressor, I would go with the low volume, low pressure. But low volume, low pressures are great for spraying base coat and clear coat. If you have a larger compressor and you want to get, good metallic layout, use a high volume, low pressure. Okay. But you could spray base coat or clear coat with either or. But if you're having a smaller air compressor, I would recommend the low volume, low pressure. Okay. Larger air compressor, 60 gallon and above, 5-6 horsepower, 15, 18 CFM constant. You could use the high volume, low pressure. Okay. So check those guns out. Great guns. And yeah, let's see. Are you getting better paint in Hawaii than you can in California? I think it's pretty much the same. I'm not sure what type of paint you're getting, but we have all the major brands here. Sherman-Williams. Sometimes I order on eBay. I'll get like House of Color products off of eBay, candies. Sometimes they're clear coats and whatnot off of eBay, and I get it shipped over, no problem. So eBay is a good place to get some paint too. When replacing a rusty rocker panel, do I sandblast epoxy prime the back side of the rocker panel and then weld it in? No. Nope. Unless you can get to it after your welding is finished, you usually normally keep it bare. Okay. And yes, a hot surface will make it orange peel because it's drying up super quickly, especially if you lay it on thick. But if you're laying it on thin, even a hot surface won't give you orange peel. So, if you can get to the back of that panel after you weld it in, I would actually put some rubberized undercoating on it. It's going to be better than primer. Rubberized undercoating. Okay. It's like an undercoating that comes in an aerosol can. You could just spray the back of that whole area and it'll seal it from the moisture. Okay. Priming is not really a sealer. You're going to have to put some sort of rubber paint on that. That's what I'm saying. A rubberized undercoating, maybe some Plasti Dip spray, Raptor liner, that type of stuff. Primer is not a sealer. Primer actually absorbs water. What's a great spray gun? I answered that. All right, guys, any other questions? Hope you guys are liking this so far. Give a quick thumbs up. Let me know in the chat if this is helping you. We'll be back. I think I'm going to change this, guys, to Thursdays from now on, moving forward, Thursday nights. instead of Tuesday nights. So expect me probably next week, Thursdays from now on instead of Tuesdays. Just a couple of changes that I got to do here. And then, of course, we got daylight savings time. So I believe it is 8:22 p.m. Eastern, 7:22 p.m. Central time right now, guys, right? So I'm going to go ahead and post a couple more links here again. Here's the link to Zula.com. Just check the replay. If you guys are watching the replay, click here, click here. Adam X spray guns, the guns that I use every time I do any type of paint work. Here is the page where you can get a free GunBud Ultra lighting system. And then a link to learn Autobody and paint.com to get some free Autobody training and guides and downloads and manuals and all that good stuff right over here. All right, guys, so the links are right there. I'll take one more last question if we have it. If not, I want to say thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week, Thursday, about the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. And have a good rest of your week, guys. Keep hanging in there. It's going to be a crazy 2024, that's for sure. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to head out. Looks like we got no more questions. Yep, been a long time. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. Peace out. Thank you. Cheers, guys. What's the best air compressor all around to stay consistent? So, well, I mean, if you're going to be painting a complete car, you're going to want something with pretty good volume. I would definitely pick up like a 60-gallon air compressor. Anything between 4 to 6 horsepower, you know, that pumps out 16 to 20 SCFM. Okay. You know, at 70 pounds, 60, 70 pounds, give or take, because you're not using that much. You're mainly painting at 25 to 30 pounds. That's pretty much the size that you want. As far as brands, man, there's so many brands out there. You know, I got an old compressor that works really well, and then I got a Cobalt compressor. They come, you know, they're all private labeled, so they're coming from the same factory with different names on them. You know, you know, if you want to go a brand name, get a DeWalt. Quincy's a good expensive, you know, it's a good brand, but expensive. So yeah. Have you used the Fuji? Have not, but I know a couple VIP members who have used them and they don't like them. And they break down. So I'm not really into the turbine systems. I just like my old, you know, air compressor with some good air volume, and you don't have to worry about it. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Peace. Don't forget to check the links down below or over here if you're watching a replay, and I'll talk to you soon.